We have the Subaru back in the garage here today, guys. Now, I did do some stuff to this today, but I didn't really film it because I had a whole bunch of buddies over. Some things I did was block off the rear fuel lines. That was an easy job, just cap them over, done. Remove the radiator. I did cut the transmission lines, and then I started it and forgot I had the transmission lines cut. So there's pretty much transmission fluid everywhere. I ran the battery and fuel lines. I thought this had a return system in it, but I think I'm wrong. So I don't have the return line hooked up yet. I did kind of smash the back window out and the front window. Got rid of those. Put the battery in, just ratchet strap it. If you can kick your battery and it doesn't move, it's pretty good. Don't really want to kick my fuel tank, but I will for you guys if you want me to. Still got to take the airbags out. Still got to do a lot of stuff. I couldn't remove the factory gas tank because I have to drop the whole rear subframe with the rear drive shafts and all that out of it to remove the subframe, and I really don't want to do that. But what we're going to do now is we're going to bring this hoist up. We're going to cut the rear axles out of this. Now I want to leave it so the end caps are still in and the caps are still in the center console, sorry, the center section. So let's try that. So what my plan is to cut this here and then try to half shaft this. So I leave this half in the rear axle and then this half over here. Now I don't want to use the torch because the gas tank, I just took a Sawzall and put giant holes in the side of the gas tank, because to get the gas tank out you have to remove the whole rear sub, and I'm not doing that. There's no way I'm doing that. So I don't really know what I want to do, to be honest. Do I want to use the torch, grinder, Sawzall? Sawzall would probably be the best bet, and then we'll go from there. So let's maybe try to Sawzall this. I just want to use the torch, but I'm a little nervous of that gas tank. Let's get these cut and then see for what happens. So we got the rear axles cut out. I just pulled them out of the diff. I was planning to take them apart, but they had the weird concordance in them, so I just left them. So this one here doesn't really look like it flops around. Even if you bend it hard, it doesn't really want to touch anything. So that's what I'm kind of after. Same as this side. This side here I couldn't get the grinder in as well, so I put a weird little V shape on the inside. Which is definitely not all-wheel drive right now. Now apparently there's a fuse I have to pull. I still have to find it. I haven't found it yet. I will find it. Gonna do some research coming up. But I'm gonna put her down. I'm gonna put the tires on the front, and then I'm gonna start kind of zip tying up some of the wiring on this. I still don't think I have brakes in it yet because that brake line issue to the back, which was right here, right there, I think it is. But now with the rear brakes capped off, I filled up the reservoir, and hopefully we can try to get some brake fluid back into this thing and get some brakes back. Just going to throw the factory tires back on it here for a bit. Now these are 5x100 bolt patterns, so they are Cavalier, Neon, stuff like that, Subaru I guess. So we're going to get these on here, get it back down on the ground, maybe drive it ahead a bit, start moving some wiring, and then start trying to come up with a radiator loop kit. And I do want to take this exhaust and kind of push it down towards the ground so it doesn't try to light anything on fire, because this thing here is a weird exhaust system on this. So I've never ran a Subaru, and one thing I don't know what it's going to do is the back end, because I haven't had a whole lot of examples to watch. So Subaru has these really nice holes for vent breathers, so I just ran my chain through there. I'm throwing the hoist onto the back bumper. Oh, come on, don't do that to me. Just gonna get these set up a little bit better, I guess. Okay, let's try this again. Oh, buddy, bend that Subaru! Bend that Subaru! Oh, buddy. I think just a little bit more. I might be getting greedy, but bend that Subaru! Oh, I think that's beautiful. Oh my goodness, look at that! Perfection. Alright, let's drop this thing and take a look at it. Backs of Subarus, not as tough as the back of Camrys, because I couldn't bend the back of a Camry that easy. But it's still a wagon, so it gives it some pluses. So we got the back end pre-bent, got a little bit of some seatbelt action holding the rear bumper on, because it is aluminum. I don't think it's going to do fantastic, but I'm okay with that. We're going to take our pickaxe and throw a couple holes in these doors so that we can run our seatbelts. I am going to run them through this little thing right here, try to help hold the strut in. I don't know if they're going to make me take it out or not. We're going to try. I'm not going to put a cage in this car because I'm not too concerned. I did try to get all the fender wiring out of this, but unfortunately it doesn't go to any plugins inside the car. It's kind of like a direct routed wire shrunk tube thing. So I'm not going to be able to get any of the wiring out of the fenders, which does kind of suck. So once I get the rear of this car done, then what we need to do is cut the hole in the hood, put the front window bar on, take the driver's side airbag out, and put a fuel safety switch in it, and this thing's just about ready to go for its bone stock derby, but we do have to pick a bumper, guys. So let's go check out, actually, you know what, let's do the rear doors, and then we'll go check out the bumper selection for you guys. Well, guys, I've been out here for a little bit more. I ran the seatbelt through the rear doors. I went through the door handles to make sure it's held the door handle shut around the rear clips to help try to hold everything shut. I got both airbags out. I got a fuel toggle switch in. I got a front window bar. I got the holes cut in the hood. I got all my tie downs for the hood. I still have to do the tie downs for the front doors, but honestly, guys, I just used a pickaxe for those back ones, so that will take 35 seconds to do this. The only thing that we are missing is a bumper. Now, I am not going to be running this. You know what? I might be running it. I'm not 100% sure yet if it's going to be me or if it's going to be somebody else running it. So I do want to put a good bumper on it. So let's go take a look at our bumper pile. So I did just drive 4 hours from my house to pick up this bumper, but this is not the bumper that's going to be going on there. This is a 1974 Monte Carlo bumper. This here is... this is the shit. This is one of the best stock OEM bumpers you can get, and my rules now say stock OEM. So we're not going to be putting that on the front of this car, that's for sure. We're going to be putting something different. I did break a ball joint on my truck while driving, so waiting for parts for that. Don't worry, I'll be driving the Dodge this week. Ford Taurus going to scrap. Oh, we can't run any tubing. Has to be OEM factory bumpers. I got this Malibu. I got some Camaros, some Caravans. I'm honestly probably leaning towards a G-body bumper. I just don't like how the center of it kind of comes in a bit. I want to have as much space off the radiator as I possibly can. What's this one? It's a flat G-body, but it comes in a bit. I'm probably going to go for a G-body bumper. I have a lot of them. They're kind of crap. Don't really want to use anything 70s. Definitely don't want to use that because that's a heavy bumper for the front of that Subaru, and I don't really even know how it's going to do, to be honest. So, guys, leave your comments on what you think. I'm more leaning towards G-body, front or rear. I don't really want to waste a rebar bumper on the front of it. The Camaros I'd like to keep. The Malibu I think is too heavy for it. The New Yorker is way too heavy. Aluminum back is not worth my time. This is like a GM, I think, there. What's that one? She's a bit rusty. What's this one? Don't fall over. Please don't fall over. That's a GM. It's a full-size GM from the 80s. Maybe either that one or some of these smaller G-body bumpers. Leave your comments down below, guys, on what bumper you think I should run on the front of this. So it's just going to go right on the front of there. But thanks for watching, guys. You know, today we kind of pounded out the Subaru. It kind of started the day with the windshields in and no gas tank, no battery. And I just kind of putted away on it. Loaded up the Taurus onto the trailer. Went and bought this Jeep Liberty. It's got like a homemade lift kit in it. So not really sure what I'm going to do with it. But whatever. It's here. She's ready to go. Take care, guys. And thanks very much for watching. See you back here later on Zach's Workshop. And we still got to finish this car, so leave a comment on what bumper you guys think I should use.